eyes crossing when meeting, smelling each other, eating, sitting beside each other at meetings. Perhaps love is a past life, an easy chair, something that is forever just over there, the root of all our joy and all our despair, something which simply cannot bear this weighty one, perhaps. Thank you very much, and it's my pleasure to have written that and to have been inspired by something very special. So I do Nick for soppiness.
Oh yeah, bring it on.
Oh, it's the Soppy Poetry Slam. I'm saying you. Oh, I love you really. Anyway, Danielle. Danielle. He has something important to say. Bring the levity back into this soporific situation. Danielle Allen, ladies and gentlemen.
So I took part in CARAVANSERAI in June, and that was my first time outside of Falmouth camping. I'm originally from London, and it was actually really surreal being literally the place was on a cliff overlooking the sea, and it was really just surreal. And it was actually really interesting, being eyes of handsome strangers for acceptance, hoping their presence will mask the absence of a life without balance, believing they'll look past my faults, pierce through the outer bodily shell and penetrate right to the heart, love me intrinsically for me. Strangers who want not know not that love is eternal. Strangers whose hungry eyes had grown accustomed to readily seeing me as a feast, always to be known as a piece of meat to be groped and plucked by dirty unwashed hands, made to sit on slimy plates as he sunk in, cutting deep each cut, rapturing the very fibres of my soul, shattering pieces of what was once whole. Baked and boiled and made to sit and simmer, consuming the heat of his compressing body, sweating a lifetime of insecurities from his pores into my skin, onto my bare breast, mingled with tears that glided down my face as he entered my flesh without rhyme or reason. Grunted moans blocked out my silent cries. I love you. A whispered lie from between sharp teeth, sunken, biting into my neck, drawing not blood but pieces of my girlhood, already stolen and ravaged by boyfriends who came before, eager for their attention and needing their affection. I relished in being called their girl, and the sex was just a part of it, as insignificant and constant as a kiss on the lips, not because I loved them, but because I wanted to be loved by them. And the physical deed was just a way to receive it, until one day I said no more. I'm not just a wet hole to plant your feeble seeds and humbly be subjugated to filling your feeble needs. I am woman, a lifetime of truth, born out of a body of lies. I am woman. Thank you.
What's that like? Might have. Seamus, carry on, and then we'll come back after Seamus, and if anybody has anything they'd like to share with, not that anybody's pointing anybody out in the crowd. completely unplanned, obviously. Seamus Carey, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I think this will be my last song because I've thought about any more I can do. But I have to admit, when I turned up to the CARAVANSERAI, as you can tell, I didn't really have any idea what it was. But I quickly found out, and it was lovely. And I did the show, and then afterwards, like I end up doing it a lot of people's places, I ended up in the lovely lady. Debbie's kitchen, yeah, we ended up in the kitchen. And I didn't actually realise that part of the deal was that you had to sort of create things while you were staying there. I thought I was getting a free caravan every couple of days. Not really, but I didn't know that part, so I was going to scratch my head. And the one idea that was in my head at the time was, I live in Falmouth, and I seemed to play a really good game of cat and mouse with the traffic wardens in Falmouth. Because say I have to get someone screwed, like some Dracos, then there's a couple of real good knacks of not getting done by the traffic warden. And you might have noticed there is a hell of a lot of them in Falmouth. So this is a song I wrote in Deb's kitchen for the caravan project. And yeah, and it's about traffic wardens and Falmouth. And yeah, there you
Seamus Carey, and something to say the next time you get a ticket on your car instead of swear. Come to your head. Thanks, Seamus. And I think we had one of the things that happens in Caravanserai. Of course, you can see sometimes people who aren't necessarily not Jane herself, of course. Sometimes people get up and they've got a story to share or a song to sing, and people keep pointing, which is very impolite, at somebody who is trying to stay honest and be reserved, and yet probably wants to break out of that shell. Because, well, if you know Kimberly, you'll know that she's a very shy and reserved person who's very honest, who would never stand out in a crowd. But perhaps tonight she will. If we give her a big hand, how about a big hand?
It's a funny thing with project, isn't it? Everybody's been doing a bit of chat, haven't they, before they perform or whatever, so I'm not going to break the form of not doing the chat. Fuck, right. Well, occasionally I sing, and I have written songs at the moment, but I'm not going to do anything because actually I'm sitting there trying to remember some words to them. I can't remember the words to my own song, or songs. And I've had a few glasses of wine. I don't normally tend to drink when I'm that pissed. It's normally the other way around. So I'll just sing, it's not really a traditional folk song, but it's a Scottish folk song. Now, modern one, by a guy called Don McLean. And it rose to fame, rose to fame. It's been part of a Tenants advert. Anybody ever drank Tenants? Woohoo! And it's all about this, that's what it's all about. It's this kind of yuppie in the 80s when fucking Maggie was at the height of her fame. Carrying on. And he's in London with a suit on, going, this is shit. What the fuck am I doing here? And he just goes, fuck it, and he gets out of a lift, and he's got long hair and a big black coat, and he decides to go home anyway. And so when he arrives in Edinburgh, Waverley Station, where nobody drinks Tenants, because that would be bad for him to be drinking Tenants in Edinburgh, this song comes on. Anyway, so this is the song, it's called Caledonia, and I can remember all the words to it, so there you go. And it's just, it's bad form if you're Scottish, if people ask you to do something, to do your turn. You call it doing a turn. I don't know if it, is that a figure? Yeah,
I think so,
do
yeah.
a turn. So I can remember all the words, so we're all fine. Anyway, here we go. It's called Caledonia. I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me. These last few days I've been afraid that I might drift away, 'cause I've been telling stories and singing songs that make me think about where I came from, and that's the reason why I seem so far away today. So let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. But if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Now I have moved and I have kept on moving. I've proved the points that I needed proving. I have lost the friends that I have needed losing. Found others on the way. I have kissed the ladies and left them crying. Stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I have travelled far, sometimes with conscience flying. Somewhere